Hey friends, welcome to the studio. Today we've got a one-day paint because I recently had my solo exhibition at Bay Art Gallery in Brunswick, Still Bodies, Dialogues of Death Care. I had 14 pieces available, which were all oil paintings on aluminium, and my little 3-year-old daughter picked out one that she would love to take home and have in her room. And then it sold. Yay! But also boo. Then she picked another one from the ones that didn't sell, and the gallerist decided he wanted to keep that one to keep in his inventory. Yay! Boo. So I told her, how about instead of you picking a painting to have in your room, you tell me what you would like me to do a painting of, so she gets her own commission. And yes, I'm waving something around down here because she looked at the table and immediately said, chicken light. She wants me to do a painting of her chicken light. It is a light. I asked her if she wanted it painted turned on or turned off. Guess which one she picked? Turned on. Alright, let's set this up.
Okay, what's our first step when setting up the still life? Let's have a look at the background first of all. We've got white and light grey. Yeah, it's all too samey. We need some more difference. So let's quickly create a background. This is an offcut one of my friends made for me, and it had a little hook attachment. He put it on, and just with a little bit of acrylic paint, we immediately created this nice dark texture as the background. Having that difference is, oh, so good. And look at it with the light on.
This is more what I want to see. I've got, because of my light up above, I've got this lovely cast shadow below. Even though this is glowing, having a cast shadow gives me a sense of space, and then I've got the secondary shadow over here. The light is definitely brighter here at the edge of the shell, and then up here it gets a little bit less obvious. I think that'll work. Yeah, having the two-tone background, we'll just give it a bit more grounding as well, because I've got the dark and then I've got the lighter, and then I've got two different textures. This is more of a mottled texture, and this has the sort of sideways linear action. I think that'll work. Let's find some colours.
For this palette, I didn't go my normal sort of neutral palette. I just grabbed whatever I thought could be fun from the box. So it's a bit of this and that and everything. In general, I needed some warms, I needed some cools, I needed some lights, I needed some darks. So we got it all covered. Now, normally I only sketch with pencil if I want something to be super exact. Because we're painting from life today, I just go in with a bit of thin down oil paint. The medium I'm using is Liquid Fine Detail. I really like this one because it doesn't feel thick and gooey like standard liquid, which, to be honest, is kind of like the texture of snot. I really, really like Fine Detail. It just feels like a linseed oil, but it has that fast dry effect. Here I'm just using mainly the indigo and the raw umber to block in my shapes, and then I go straight in with the brightest colour. Once I've got the brightness of the light, I can keep toning my background and toning the things around it to try and get that relationship right. I absolutely love that little bit of warmth coming through the top of the eggshell. I had so much fun trying to get that peachy colour to really glow. And then it was just a matter of when I'd step back from the work, all my darks in the shadows and in the background weren't quite dark enough. This is my first attempt. Once I got the basis of it around the actual chicken light down, going in with that paper towel was just to create some texture. Because all the paint is wet, you can really sort of go in and manipulate stuff once it's on the canvas, getting rid of that feeling of that I have, at least with watercolor paint, where I always feel like I can ruin it if I add too much. Here with the oil paints, I can just completely manipulate it. It's so freeing. Of course, I left the little beacon eyes until last. They were the sort of thing I didn't want to do too much because I didn't want to muddy that really light glowy area I'd spent so much time building. So it was a bit of a tentative approach, adding a little bit and then slowly adding strength to those areas, and trying to find the right mix of shadow on that beak whilst also maintaining the intense, vibrant yellow, mainly using that Williamsburg lemon yellow. I swear, simple backgrounds like these, you could mess with them all day, but when you stand back, if the painting's achieving what you want it to, you're there. Beautiful.
Well, that was a challenge, but I don't know, I'm pretty happy. I gotta paint a few more of the little edges, but gosh, painting something glowing is a bit weird. The overcompensating with the colour and then going back in with the light seemed to work pretty well, but I did have to remind myself to keep that background dark. It felt really alien going that dark. I really wanted to go lighter, but I had to keep to my guns, because the lighter the background, the less glowy the light looked. So yeah, pretty happy. I'll try and get a little reaction from the little one, but thank you so much for joining me in the studio today. Let's see what she thinks. Bye. Do you want to have a look? What do you think? Does it look like chicken light?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you want to show Daddy?
Daddy.
Yes.
Look how chicken light's pretty going. It's not very doing well.
It's what?
Are you painting it there?
Hmm?
Are you painting it on that table?
No, that was where... So Chicken Light came to my studio and I painted him at my studio where he was sitting on a table. He was sitting against a grey wall.
I think that's a great photo, a great page.
Oh, she said she didn't think it was very good.
Why?
What do you like and not like about it? You tell me.
I just don't like
Don't
the
touch
wall.
it.
You don't like the grey wall?
Yeah.
Do you like the chicken light though?
Oh, yeah.
The chicken light's great, isn't it?
Oh, thank you.
And there's some more yucky bits on.
The yucky bits are there just to make the wall look textured.
Can I please see?
I'm just making a little video so I can hear what you say about the painting.
I love the yellow nose.
The yellow little beak.
Yeah.
This little beak that goes chop, chop, chop.
And I like the eggshell.
Oh, thank you. I tried really hard with the eggshell. Yay. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. So see what
Oh, Chicken Light gets to look to make sure he doesn't touch. Thank you.
So that was a reveal, huh?
Yeah, her reaction was mostly based off the grey background, which, you know, we've learned a lot about setting up expectations and not telling her every finite detail about the painting. That was my bad. My bad. I probably should have said it will have a grey background and a grey floor, or asked her every single question about the Chicken Light painting and had no creative freedom whatsoever. But you know, a girl learns. So maybe we'll do this again next year when she's a 4-year-old and see what she thinks. But for now, Chicken Light is immortalized on the wall. Because we've got the window closed for the portable air conditioner, it does look a bit darker in here, but I still like him. He looks all cute in 3D. Doesn't quite match the other beautiful artworks. Anyway, Chicken Light, let me know what you thought of this painting project, and I would love to see you here for the next one. So please hit subscribe or like, or let me know a comment about what childhood toy you would love in a painting. And don't forget to wash your brushes. Mwah. Bye.
It's not very good. It's not very good. It's not very good.
It's not very good.